Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python programming course. In this lecture, we are going to learn about if-elif-else statement. So in previous lecture, we have covered about if statement and if-else statements. Now let's talk about if-elif-else statements. And this is the one of the most important topics in Python because most real-world software uses multiple conditions instead of just two. So the if-else statements works perfectly when we have two possibilities. For example, pass or fail, eligible or not eligible, as we have done many examples. So now let's talk about this. Suppose a student's results can be distinction first class, second class, or first class. Now alone if-else is not enough. To solve this problem, Python provides the if-elif-else statements. Before that, let's see the definition of if-else statement. So the if is used to so let's talk about this. We have written the if else statement is used when we need to check multiple conditions on one after another. Let's see the syntax of this. Syntax is most important. First, we write if condition one. Next, statement. And finally, else. Again, we will write our statement finally. So this is the syntax for if elif else. So here important rule is Python checks conditions from top to bottom. As soon as one condition becomes true, Python executes that block and skips all the remaining condition. So now let's start with this examples. Let's start from our examples. Before that, let me create a file. Suppose marks. This question is about student grade management system. Suppose marks is equal to int enter marks. So if marks greater than or equal to 90, So print grade A plus, let print A plus. So here, 1 minute. So let's understand this question. Suppose a university following this grading system. So actually, if I got 90 and above, it will print A plus, and 80 to 89, it will print A. Next, 70 to 79, it will print B, means marks greater than or equal to 70. So like this, every condition must be followed. Let's run this code. Suppose I will enter my marks. Now I will enter 84. So 80, where it will check from the starting onwards. Marks greater than or equal to 84, greater than or equal to 90, false. Now it will go to the next statement. 84 greater than or equal to 80. So this condition is true. It will print grade A. This is how if-elif-else is work. So as soon as Python finds the true first true conditions, it executes that block and stops the checking remaining conditions. This is about grade system, and Python executes only one block here. After checking this 84 greater than or equal to 80, after printing this grade A, it will not check the next grading systems. It will stop after this grading system. Now let's see the another example. Suppose salary is equal to int. So if salary less than or equal to 3 lakh, print no tax. Suppose if salary less than or equal to 7 lakh, 5% of tax is applicable. So this question is about suppose a government use tax slabs. Suppose salary is 8,50,000. Now I will enter, let's run this code. Suppose I will write here 8,50,000. So let's run this. So now Python checks from the starting 8,50,000 is less than or equal to 3 lakh. So this condition is false, it will skip. So it will go to the next statement 8,50,000 less than or equal to 77 lakh. So this condition is also false, it will skip. Now it will go to next condition salary 8,50,000 is less than or equal to 10 lakh. So this condition is true. Therefore, Python prints 10% tax is applicable. This is exactly how for real life payroll system calculates taxes. So after that, it will print that 10% tax is applicable after this condition is true. This is about this question. Let's see another question. Suppose employee rating, let's talk about employee rating is equal to employee performance rating. So if rating greater than or equal to 9, now let's print outstanding. Rating greater than or equal to 8 or 7. Let's print excellent performance. Again, else Let's print good performance. Needs improvement. Okay, this question is about, let's talk about this question. Suppose many companies evaluate employees every year. As we know, suppose an employee receives a rating of 8. Python checks I have, if I run this code, if I give his rating of 8. So now Python checks 8 greater than or equal to 9. So it's this condition is false. Now it will go to the next line, rating 8 greater than or equal to 7. So it's true. So therefore, employee receives excellent performance. This is how it will every step by step it will check the condition whether it's true or false. After after if the condition is true, it will print the exact print statement. So now let's see the another problem. Suppose you want to know about electricity bill category units. Let's check the units. Suppose units is equal to int. Suppose if units less than or equal to 100, then let's print domestic basic usage. And if units less than or equal to 300, then let's print standard usage. Here, let's print commercial level usage. Commercial. So let's this problem is about actually electricity boards classify consumers based on usage. Suppose a family consumes 420 units. Python checks whether 420 less than or equal to 100. So this condition is false. And next next it will go to the next condition, next statement. So here also Python 420 less than or equal to 300. This is also false. Now it will go to the next statement again. Here 420 less than or equal to 500. So this condition is true. So it will print the print statement. So heavy usage. So let's run, before that, let me run this code. If I entered here 420, so it will print heavy usage. See, exactly printed heavy usage. This is how if-elif-else statements will work. So today we are going to do 10 problems on this. So now let's continue with our fifth problem. So budget is equal to inch input. Let's enter budget. So if budget greater than or equal to 999, then let's print on this. Let's print recommended annual plan. Recommended annual plan. So elif budget greater than or equal to 599. Then let's print recommended 6 month plan. Let's see the next condition. If budget greater than or equal to 299, then let's print recommended 2 month plan. Else here let's print recommended monthly plan. So actually this question is about, suppose telecom companies recommend plans based on customers budget. Suppose the customer enters 650. So Python checks now 650 greater than or equal to 999 here. So after this, no, this condition is false. Now it will check the second condition, 650 greater than or equal to 5999. So true. So it will print recommended 6 month plan. Let's run the code. Suppose if I enter here 650, yes, recommended 6 month plan. So it will check the every condition step by step. If the condition is true, so it will print the print statement. This is how if else works. Let's see the sixth example on this. Suppose age is equal to, suppose if age less than 12, then print, then let's print child ticket. Teen ticket. Suppose if age less than 60, let's print adult ticket. Else, here senior citizen. Suppose this question is about like many theaters use age-based pricing. So suppose age, if I enter the age is 65. Now Python checks whether 65 less than 12. So it's false. Now it will go to the next condition, 65 less than 18, false. Now it will check the next condition again, 65 less than 60, false. Therefore Python enters the else block. So senior citizen ticket will print. Suppose let's run this code. If I enter 65, yes, it printed senior citizen ticket. This is how this if-elif-else conditions will work. So let's see our seventh problem. Suppose according to BMI classification, let's see, suppose BMI is equal to, let's take a float type input. So if BMI less than 18.5, let's print here, okay, underweight. Let's print underweight. Value 25. Let's print here normal. Value BMI less than 30, overweight. Else let's print obesity. Print, let's run this. Actually, this question is about, suppose hospitals classify patients using BMI. Suppose if my BMI is 27, now Python checks whether 25 less than 18.5, false. Now it will go to the next condition, 27 less than 25, false. So after this, it will go to the next condition, 27 less than 30, true. So the output will be overweight. Let's run this code. Suppose if I enter my BMI is 27, yes, it's printing overweight. So in if else, after entering the input, According to the conditions, it will check the step by step whether this condition will work or not. Let's see the eighth problem. So next question is based on speed, internet speed. Suppose speed is equal to int enter internet speed. Now if speed greater than or equal to 200, now print ultra fast connection. Let's print fast connection, just fast connection. Let's print here's average connection, else slow connection. So this question is about internet provides classified plans based on speed. Suppose speed is 120 Mbps. Now Python checks 120 greater than or equal to 200. So this condition is false. Now it will check the next condition 120 greater than or equal to 100. So this condition is true. Therefore, it will print fast connection. Let's run this code. Suppose if I enter here 120 Mbps speed. Yes, exactly. It prints fast connection. This is how if-elif-else work, and it will check the every condition step by step, and it will print the print statement. Now let's see the next question, our ninth question. Suppose this question is based on like cricket strike rate classification. Suppose strike strike rate equal to float input, enter strike rate. So if strike rate greater than 180, so let's print here X exclusive batsman. Suppose elif strike strike rate greater than or equal to 140. Let's print aggressive batsman. Let's print defensive batsman. Let's run this code. So actually, this question is about modern cricket uses strike rates to classify players. Suppose if my strike rate is 155. Now Python checks whether 155 greater than or equal to 180. So this condition is false. Now it will check the next condition, 155 greater than or equal to 140. Of course, this condition is true. Therefore, is aggressive batsman. Let's run this code. If I enter here 155, yes, of course, he's aggressive batsman. This is how this condition will work after checking every condition, whether it's true or false. Based on that, if the condition is true, it will print. Otherwise, if the condition is false, it will skip the condition. This is how this strike rate calculation will work based on these conditions. Let's comment this and let's see our 10th question. For that, let me see whether it's recording or not. Yes, it's recording. So let's see our 10th question based on CGP calculation. Suppose CGPA equal to, let's take in float type, float input, enter CGPA. If CGPA greater than or equal to 9, then let's print outstanding. If CGPA greater than or equal to 8, let's print excellent. If CGPA, suppose CGPA greater than or equal to 7. Now let's print very good. Else, let's print here for needs improvement. So let's talk about this problem. Suppose university often classify students using CGPA bands. Suppose if my CGPA is 8.4, now Python checks whether 8.4 greater than or equal to 9. No, it's false. Now it will check the next condition, 8.4 greater than or equal to 8. This is true. Therefore, excellent. This now it will print the excellent directly. It will not check the remaining conditions. So now I will enter 8.4. So exactly it prints excellent. This is how this work. This if-elif-else will work. In the next class, we are going to discuss still some moderate problems on combine if-elif-else and if-else. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Let's see in our next lecture.